You know that gut feeling you have about an obscure cabal controlling planet Earth? Well, maybe it's not as crazy as you think. This is one of the most obscure books in American literature, Ancient Magic, Magnetism, and Psychic Forces by L.H. Anderson in 1895. And after reading it, I think I know why. He talks a lot about mind control. Let me read you a few passages. The reality of thought transference, one mind impressing another even from a distance in space, seems established beyond a reasonable doubt. This was in 1895. Let's think about today, because a lot of the things people in power are doing right now make absolutely no sense. Why is Bill Gates trying to put lab-grown meat in the grocery store? Why the hell did the U.S. attack Iran out of the blue? I'm going somewhere with this, but let me read a few more passages. No doubt the developments of our brains are capable of being played upon like the keys of an instrument. The manipulator can cause a patient to laugh, fight, steal, or to exercise his self-esteem and attachment, and he can as easily call forth their opposites by touching other known parts of the head. Switching gears real quick, what is a computer? If you didn't know, it is an exact replica of your brain. They modeled the electrical circuitry in your brain to make computers. And how do these work? How are you watching me on that screen right now? Well, this phone is made out of a certain conductive material that's tuned to a specific frequency and then covered in an insulating material to keep the data frequency from exiting it once it enters. And a satellite in space is beaming 2.8 gigahertz of data frequency down, and the phone has no choice but to accept it if it's within range. Now consider all the heavy metals they've been putting in our drinking water for decades, and the microplastics that now inhibit your lipid layer, and those shoes you have on your feet. What are you? You're a human, right? But you have metal in your blood and plastic in your skin and shoes on your feet. By definition, you are an insulated conductor. If it works on your phone, what makes you think it wouldn't work on you? Science is science and energy is energy. I wasn't quite sure my hypothesis, so I hit up my buddy Parker and asked him a question. Parker, got a strange question for you. If somebody built a data transmitter and tuned it to the resonant frequency of a human and shot out a data signal at the right frequency, would it enter a human?
You know what I always say, anything is possible with the right frequency.
Based off of what a Parker told me, and the information in this book, and the news I heard about the frequency weapons they were using in Venezuela, I think it's completely possible that they could be controlling minds. And I want you to consider the actions of the powerful, how they fly in the face of logic, appear out of nowhere, and happen for no reason. You know that gut feeling you have about an obscure cabal controlling planet Earth and dictating events outside of your control? Well, maybe it's not as crazy as you think.